Number 35, Grant Hayward.
Here we have to do this. A bit of a hill. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here on SummitCitySports.com. We are in the Leo Cedarville area tonight as we have a non-conference matchup here between the Concordia Cadets and the home team, the Leo Lions. My name's Ryan Dellinger. I'll be your host tonight. My partner in crime tonight will be Andrew Wiss. Concordia comes into this game 3-3 overall, 0-2 in the Summit Athletic Conference. Meanwhile, Leo, number 5 ranked in Class 3A, 5-0 this season. And it is early in this season, and looking early at the coaching staffs here. First for Concordia, Phil Brockman. He's in his third year here at Concordia, 27-26. Kerry Cogdale, he's been here now for 17 years. He's amassed a record of 221-147. He's been coaching for over 19 years in high school basketball, and he's got 232 wins. These two teams each played earlier last week. It was Concordia on Saturday night defeating Oak Hill 49-41 and Leo over Shenandoah 59-43. And these two teams, they met last March before everything got derailed due to COVID, Andrew, and a bit of a size difference between these two teams tonight.
Yeah, and Leo, obviously they got front court players, they got back court players, but as we talk about their size, obviously you're talking about number 32, the junior, DJ Allen. They got him listed at 6'7", and then the senior, Zach Troyer, he might do more scoring, and they might look to target him more offensively, the 6'6" senior. And so Twin Towers, double trouble, interior size, it all fits when you're describing the Leo Lions this year, and a big reason Coach Cogdale's group is 5-0 on the early season.
Yeah, and for Concordia, I had the pleasure of calling their game the other night against Oak Hill. Unfortunately, Concordia doesn't have much size this year, and what they do have size is young and doesn't play a whole lot yet for Coach Brockman. But they do shoot the rock pretty well from the outside with both Speckards. They both can shoot from downtown, and then Brandon Davis, he also had a big night the other night from downtown. He hit 3 threes in the second half. And I believe Tapp, the other player that will start tonight for Concordia, he'll shoot from outside as well. So they're mostly an outside the three-point arc type of team, and they're going to have their hands full. You talked about the big guys, but, I mean, even Leo's got some very good perimeter players, and Davidson and I believe, is it Allen? No, I'm sorry, Steiger. So they have some good outside players as well. So this will be a contrast of matchups for sure.
Yeah, and their guards are smart. They're a very, very good passing team. They don't turn it over much, but also they have a great chemistry just playing together. Last year they're coming off a sectional championship, but they play quick. They can pass it. They can score. They're smart, high IQ players, and not just one or two of them on the court like you mentioned, but really the 5 they have out there. And I think they're full go tonight. No COVID issues for Coach Cogdale's group. And so I think if you are Coach Brockman, you're going to have to control pace somehow. I wouldn't be surprised if I see some zones, some mixing up of defenses, but you do not want to get up and down with this Leo team, as they can score it in a hurry and have a lot of skilled players.
Absolutely. So this will be a contrast of styles. Whichever team can exert their will early could have the big opportunity to come away with the win tonight here at Leo. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle. They've got other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, and engine diagnostics. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed, where we get to know you. To better serve you, sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your own financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, visit OttenweilerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball player in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system or solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Alisteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. The recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit AlistecaRestaurant.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapists and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referrals needed, saving you time and money. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more. And if you're looking for a basketball camp this winter during the break, why not join the Holiday Hoops Basketball Developmental Camp at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse? That's for pre-K to 8th grade, and it starts December the 28th and goes to the 31st. Go to always100basketball.com and register today. We'll take a quick time out here on the pregame show. When we come back, we will have the starters. Your starters are presented by Kelly Automotive. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here at Leo High School. 4 minutes before we tip off here in non-conference action. Looking now at the starting lineups, and your starting lineups presented by Kelly Automotive Group. For Concordia, they'll go at the point guard position tonight as senior number 2, Brandon Davis. At the other guard position, a freshman, number 12, Ajani Washington. At another guard position, a sophomore, number 14, Joe Tapp. At one forward position, a senior, number 20, Luke Speckard. And at the other forward position, a senior, number 21, Cam Johnson. For Leo, they will go at one guard position, a junior, number 12, Blake Davidson. At another guard position, number 13, Eric Steiger. At another guard position, number 25, Aiden Rubel. At a forward position, a junior standing 6'7", number 32, DJ Allen. And in the middle tonight, a 6'5" senior, number 34, Zach Troyer. And that, I feel like I'm just repeating myself from last year, Andrew, because that's the starting lineup they had almost 99% of the time last year.
Yeah, and the bad news is, if you're a Concordia fan streaming with us right now, is I'm hearing and saying a lot of new names and faces tonight. Brandon Davis, Luke Speckard, those are familiar names and jersey numbers as they come out to the cadets. But a sectional championship team for the Lions, and yes, everybody back. I mean, everybody. And so we're going to be calling a lot of familiar names to our Leo Lion fan streamers tonight, and expect them to try to get up and down early, take advantage of this early. You know, and got a chance to talk to Coach Cogdale just before the group, and I asked him if his team has a target on their back this year, and if so, how does he share that message with his group? And his message is, yeah, I know, and that's where you want to be. That means you've had some success, but it's really just about being their best. They don't want to be better than Concordia. They don't want to be better than Warsaw, their next game, December 30th. They want to be their best, and he still doesn't feel that they've reached their best game or played their best 32 minutes yet. And so he's looking for consistency tonight from his group.
And they'll have to defend the three-pointers of Concordia tonight because that is probably their strongest suit of their game. They like to shoot from the outside, and they'll do it. All 5 starters will shoot from downtown except for really Washington. Washington's more of a slash and dash type of guy. Now they do have Tremolin who will come off the bench tonight. He's about 6'6", but when he comes in, he's going to have to guard either Allen or the big fella Troyer. And God forbid they put in their star offensive lineman in there tonight with the big fella Landon Livingston. If I want a screen and I'm one of the guards, I'm going to ask him to put 35 in the lineup because he'll take up half the lane. That is a big dude. He is an outstanding football player.
Yeah. And defensively, again, I think, Coach Brockman's had some days of practice to get his group ready, but it's really also going to come down to how well they defend the ball screen. Leo loves to isolate 2 players on one side, clear out the help, and put 3 on the backside and run a continuous kind of ball screen offense. And their guards are really smart. Their bigs will operate as they read the defense, and so it'll be interesting how Concordia defends that tonight.
In just a moment here, I'll shut up. I'll turn up the crowd mic, and you guys can go ahead and listen to the public address announcer. He's pretty good here at Leo. We've got some good ones we've got around the area. Our public address announcers are all outstanding. Our 3 officials have come on the court, and we want to thank you once again for watching tonight here on Summit City Sports. Nice to see some fans in the crowd tonight, and we also want to wish everyone a safe and happy Merry Christmas.
For tonight's contest, we thank you in advance for your cooperation and encouragement. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Concordia. At guard, he's a 5'11" senior, number 2, Brandon Davis. At guard, a 6'1" freshman, number 12, Ajani Washington. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 14, Joe Tapp. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 20, Luke Speckard. And at the other forward, a 6'3" senior, number 21, Cameron Johnson. Concordia is coached by Mr. Phil Brackman, assisted by Greg Raber and John Wells. And now the starting lineup for your Leo Lions. At guard, he's a 6'2" senior, number 12, Blake Davison. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 13, Eric Stager. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 25, Aiden Rubel. At forward, a 6'7" junior, number 32, DJ Allen. And at the other forward, a 6'6" senior, number 34, Zach Schroyer. The Lions are coached by Gary Cosbell, assisted by Tyler.
Once again, your starters for the Cadets, they'll go with Davis, Washington, Tapp, Speckard, and Johnson. For Leo, they will go with Davison, Steger, Rubel, Allen, and Troyer. It's Troyer. He'll get into the circle out there, and he'll jump against Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, a pretty good football player himself, a wide receiver for the Cadets.
Shout out to Troyer's shoes already, Ryan, my pick of the night.
Yeah, those are pretty slick.
Little lime green, little Christmas colors, but magenta style for the senior.
So Concordia will get the first possession of the game, and Leo will set up in a 1-3-1. Or is it a 2-1-2? It looks like it's a 1-3-1, so that is what they're going to start in defensively. Concordia will show great patience against any type of press. We saw them against Oak Hill. They'll do it, and there's a Speckard with the first attempt of the game. He gets his own board and gives it up to Johnson, who loses it on the ground, and Troyer comes up with it, and we'll have a jump ball. It'll go to Leo.
Yeah, and Johnson's surrounded there. He's just got to be, you catch it in the paint, even though you're surrounded by height a lot of times against these Leo Lions. Take it up, you be physical, try to draw an early foul on those guys rather than let people rip it away from you.
So Leo now with their first possession. Davidson will go to Steger on the right side. They'll look inside. It'll go off the fingertips of Allen, out of bounds. The first turnover on Leo. Concordia with their second possession.
And again, this 1-3-1, not really a trapping 1-3-1. I think they want to make you throw it over their height, prevent you from getting any offensive rhythm tonight. What helps against this is if you can shoot it well, or quick passing, especially on the diagonal.
And if you're gonna throw a skip pass, you better have a ball fake first. Try to get the person off their step, and there's tap with the long three, in and out, and it comes down to Troyer. So Troyer with his first board of the game, and here comes Rubel for the Lions. Well, some low screens there, and they'll look inside once again. Now run a little high-low with Troyer and Allen, and over to Davis. At this point, Andrew, you can already see that Leo is going to make an emphasis of trying to get the ball inside. They're patient trying to look inside for Allen and Troyer.
And here again, they'll and you got to guard that a little tighter. Davison on the three, no good. Rims on the rim tonight, lids on the rim tonight.
And Troyer with the bucket.
And I think if you're Concordia, this is the pace you want to play at. You don't want the Lions and their offensive capabilities to really get up and down and get a rhythm going. They can score it in a hurry. But also don't settle. You want to continue to attack this 1-3-1 as Speckard missed a corner three on the other side, catches that one, and gives the Cadets their first lead of the game.
Yeah, Speckard the other night had 16 and a win over Oak Hill. Him and David Speckard led the team in scoring, and they're going to need a big game out of him. There's a good pass to Allen off the glass, misses his own shot. Has it tipped, comes around to Cam Johnson, and he'll give it off. No, that's Cam Johnson with the ball. And Troyer will get hit with his first foul of the game, team's first.
Yeah, and Concordia made that a tough catch. The pass was a little long. Give Troyer credit. He did Allen credit. Did a nice job of catching the ball. Just couldn't finish a couple of two-footers.
So Concordia once again will be patient here in the half court. Really, Brandon Davis is the main player that'll try to drive against any zone defense or man-to-man. He has some pretty good moves at the bucket. Speckard will step back and launch another three. It's hard off the iron. Comes down to Davidson.
And I don't know if I like that shot if I'm Coach Brockman. You want your shooters to shoot, but shoot good shots. That time, Speckard maybe rushed that, where he could have just continued to operate, run some offense.
Allen loses it, but he's fouled this time. I think it's on Cam Johnson.
And you see the emphasis of the Lions. Get the ball to the interior. The Cadets as a team, those surrounding, being physical in the basket area.
Yeah, they're going to have to be in this game because they just don't. They lack size. And here's Troyer with a quick jumper, and it rattles in. Troyer now with 4, and his team leads by 2. And here comes the freshman Washington with the ball. Leah will stay in a. Well, I'm not sure they were all on the same page on that defensive right there. It looked like some were in man and some were in the 1-3-1.
Yeah, and Joe Tapp got a really good look there. 7-footer just couldn't get it to go over the front of the rim. Speaking of not getting it over the front of the rim, there's Troyer.
That's one you do not want to see on tape at next game film time. if you're Troyer.
We'll cut him a break and not capture that replay tonight.
There's Davis in the lane. He gets bumped, and it goes to Troyer, and here comes Davidson with the ball. He'll quickly throw it over to Rubel. Rubel goes right to the rack and hits the layup. And we've got a timeout on the court.
Almost expected that. Coach Brockman not thrilled with the shot attempt, I don't think, or the transition defense. We'll be right back here at SummitCitySports.com.
We're back here at Leo. Leo out to an early 5-point lead here, 8-3 over the Cadets. We've got 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Washington to bring it up now for Concordia. Aiden Rubel will wait for him just on the other side of half court. He'll get a high screen by Johnson. Now drives, throws it over to Johnson, gets trapped underneath, and throws it to Coach Cogdale, and that would be a turnover.
Coach Cogdale was a shooter when he played here in this gym.
He sure was.
In the early, mid-90s, had played on some excellent Leo Lion teams that went on to do some big damage in the state tournament runs a couple years. Played with John Newhouser. Streamers might remember that Leo Lion name, who went on to play at Butler. Also played with Barrett Kuhlman.
Oh, yeah.
Young Barrett Kuhlman at the time.
Man, that team averaged like 98 points a game. Of course, they shot 143 times in a game. They were like Loyola Marymount, who used to coach that coach there, man. He was like, just shoot it. Let's go. Well, the more shots, the better.
I was younger, but I remember they put 100 up on us when I was at Heritage, and I had never seen 100 on the scoreboard in the Heritage Gymnasium until Coach Cogdale's group came through, and I think this Leo Lion group has got that opportunity. If you're Concordia, you do not want to play at that pace. And you like the patience in this possession here. Take advantage. Take what the defense gives you. Tap another great look.
And a quick outlet here to Davidson. Davidson will step around to Speckard. And now a skip pass over to Steger. Steger will launch a long three. That barely drew iron. It comes down to Washington. He'll lose it, and another turnover. Troyer now outside now to Steger. And a good look to Rubel. Rubel goes to the rack and hits the layup. Rubel with his fourth. I think my junior year we dropped 100 on Heritage in like little over 3.5 quarters. It got ugly in a hurry.
That was before we got good.
Ask Coach Kolkman, that is a football coach. He knows all about it. I think we scored, I don't know. I know I had about 23 points in a game against them and went for a double-double. So that was that a three by Speckard?
It was a much-needed three. And, again, the thing about Concordia, when they have good offensive possessions, they usually are able to transition defensively much, much better collectively as a group. And this Leo Lion team is good enough offensively. You don't want to give them easy scoring opportunities with bad shot selection on the offensive end.
In for Concordia will be David Speckard. And in for Leo will be number 3. That is Andrew Tox. He's in for the first time in this game.
I think that's Carson Hart and Xavier Middleton who just got the ball checking in.
Yeah, but I didn't see Middleton checked in too. And it'll be Rubel with the ball. Rubel guarded closely there by Speckard. He'll step through it, throws up a little scoop shot, no good, rebounded by Washington. Washington pushes it now for Concordia. Ill-advised pass there by the freshman. Talks the other way, ahead now to Rubel. He'll throw it right underneath, and that's a beautiful pass inside to Troyer.
Again, we mentioned they're a good passing team. Rubel might be one of the better ones. Found Troyer, who's kind of always open if you just peek at the rim. And maybe pass three-dimensionally. He's one of those guys you can throw it up high, lob it over people. He can go up and get it.
And so far, Leo has been able to really control pace with their defense. And here's Speckard now. He dribbles it off the foot, I believe, of Cam Johnson. And another turnover on Concordia, their fourth. Good bounce pass to Troyer, and he'll look to give it up. I think that was to Hart, and it rolled out of bounds.
A little too unselfish. Sometimes at the White Elephant Gift Exchange, you got to take the best box, the best gift
Be a little selfish.
Be a little selfish there, Troyer. Take it up strong. Get your points. You ran the floor. Sometimes people take the worst option at the White Elephant Gift Exchange, hoping for something good inside.
Eli Maddox will check in for Concordia and in for Leo, number 2, Caden Miller for the first time. So both teams going to the bench here early. Maddox will give it back to Washington. You got to know where Maddox is at. He can shoot the rock from outside. There's Washington in the lane. Nice jump shot. Short-armed it. Tipped it, comes down to Maddox. Maddox will bring it back outside.
The jump stop in the lane from Cam Johnson, from Johnny Washington. You mentioned just a freshman, but came to a jump stop, made a great decision. I think he lost that shot on the way up, actually, but Speckert hitting another three.
Oh, look out. Here comes the big fella again. Troyer having a night already. He's already got 10 and 5 boards, and we've got under 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1.
And there's that ball screen offense again for the Lions. They love that two-man game, and they'll run it with Davison and Troyer. And when they do that, boy, it's a tough guard. You really have to guard it with all 5 defenders. You have to have mass sag help and be able to recover on the backside when they reverse it.
And we've got 20 seconds to go. Tremolin into the game for Concordia. They'll spread out this Leo defense and try to get the final good shot of quarter number 1. Washington with the ball. He's guarded closely there by Tox. He'll give it up to Speckert. Speckert loses it, gets it back, gives it to Washington. He'll go baseline with 5 seconds, fires it off the back of the iron. Miller with the rebound. He'll give it up to Davidson. That's good if it goes. And that will do it for quarter number 1. Leo with a 14-9 lead. We'll be back in a minute. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back here to Leo. Leo with an early 5-point lead here to start the second quarter. Davidson with the ball. And Concordia going to have to figure out a way to slow down the bigs from Leo if they want to stay in this game. Allen and Troyer are able to get in the lane religiously, and there's a push called on either Speckert or Tremolin. They're going to call it on Tremolin, his first, team second. You mentioned it, no foul shots in the first quarter.
Yeah, watch it here. Davison, the inbounder, usually the most dangerous guy on the play sometimes is the inbounder or the 6'7" post player. He is a scoring machine tonight. He's already got 12. He's on pace, I believe, for 40 tonight. We'll see if it happens.
That would be nice. Right side now to Tremolin. He'll give it off to Speckert, and he'll quickly launch another three off the front of the iron. Good rebound by David Speckert, and he'll get it to drop.
Cleaning up for Big Brother. I'm sure he's used to that in the Speckert household.
Yeah, the Speckert's 11. The rest of the Concordia team, nothing. Miller has it now, and he's harassed by Speckert. Miller now drives around. Good look inside now to Hart. Oh, wait, that's not Hart, is it? Or was it? Here goes the freshman Washington to the rack. He misses it. Troyer cleans it up and gives it out to Blake Davidson. Good crossover by Davidson. Left-handed layup up and good.
Saucy on the cross, but I like the finish even more. The reach back with the left hand. Gliding it through the air is Blake Davison. And I like the confidence out of this freshman. He's made a cup three now. Really good basket attacks. That time he got the finish in traffic. And here's that ball screen offense from the Lions.
And they're going to call a foul on Concordia.
And two cadets, and you know Coach Brockman's got them practice and drilled that all week.
His first, the team's third.
over the weekend getting into that, but they had 2 cadets waiting in the paint as that pass came from Davison. They do not want to give up scoring opportunities in that pick and roll. Want to force them to reverse it and make outside shots.
So back into the game for the cadets. They'll bring Davis back in along with Tapp, and Allen will come back on for Leo.
Now, last time there was a cross screen, but they took the post player in front, which is Allen this time across. Let's see if they do it again.
And Middleton with the ball.
Looks like America's play. Oh, they're going to flex it up.
Good look to Middleton.
And a nice finish with his left hand. His shoes are shining, and so is he tonight. Middleton, the lefty reverse.
Tapp with it now, and Leo will drop into a man-to-man defense here on this possession. Tapp will go left. He'll give it up to David Speckard. Now to Eli Maddox, and over to Tapp. Tapp thinks about it. Good close out there by Tox. And another turnover on Concordia, and up ahead now to Middleton, and he'll lay it up. Coach Brockman might need to think about another timeout.
Yeah, and Tapp that time just kind of picked up his dribble in no man's land, and give Middleton credit. He was aggressive, aggressive defensively. Turned into an easy scoring opportunity for the Lions.
Tapp with it now for Concordia, over to Maddox. Maddox quickly to Davis. Davis will launch a long 3. It's off the back of the iron. Goes over the backboard and out of bounds. It'll go back to Leo with 5:27 as Rubel will check back in for Leo.
You know, and a lot of times three-point field goal percentage is very reflective of the type of 3 that you take. And I think Brandon Davis can probably hit a 23-footer, but stationary with a man in your face is different than a kick out after dribble penetration from a teammate. Maybe not the greatest shot selection there for Coach Brockman's squad.
David Speckard to the rack, and he's going to get hit with a charge. Looks like Middleton down as that fouls on David Speckard, his first, team's 3rd. Speckard makes one more pass. They have an easy layup right there.
I thought for sure the bounce pass was coming. It was the most obvious. That's the 2-on-1 that you work on in practice all the time. And Middleton, referee, going to check and make sure that he's okay.
Mr. Causey going to make sure he's all right.
And sort of a missed opportunity there, but give Middleton credit. He stuck his chest into that and took the charge.
Davidson looking to get a screen here from Allen, and does. Keeps his dribble, gives it up to Middleton. He's going to fire a 3, and Middleton off the bench with 5 here for Leo.
I think he's got 7. Give him 2 layups and that 3 ball, plus the charge. If I'm Coach Cogdale, I'm going to leave Middleton on the floor. He's doing productive things on both ends.
Leo with the turnover here on Concordia.
Give Middleton the steal.
That's right. He's
a stat stuffer.
Davidson wants to look inside for Allen. Now he'll repost, and he'll skip past it now to Miller. Down low to Rubel. Back over to Allen. And another missed layup there by Allen, but he'll get his own rebound and put it back. Allen must have thought that rim had a lid on it here in the first half.
And I don't know if we captured that replay, but we talked about how good of a passing team the Leo Lions are. Davison threw a great post entry to Allen, but as soon as Allen caught it, kept it high, and immediately checked the defense. Saw the help side, skipped it opposite, and then as Rubel drove the closeout, an interior bounce pass back to Allen. That is textbook, well drilled there by Coach Cogdale. An excellent passing team, these Leo Lions.
And it's just a fact they've played together now for so long. I mean, you feel like you've been calling these guys' name for 5-6 years. But some are not. Some are still juniors on this team, and you could tell they work very well together. They've probably been playing together since they were like 4.
Yeah, and that's one thing about these communities you can have. Now, a lot of these guys do play AAU basketball to where they're exposed to a lot of guys and busy in the summers, maybe not, growing up playing as much at this age, but you're exactly right. They've probably been playing together in their elementary ball, middle school ball together, and are really a nice cohesive group for Coach Cogdale. They're going to do a lot of winning this year.
And Concordia now will go right side now to Tapp. He wants to drive, kicks it out to Maddox and over to Speckard. Back to Maddox and to Cam Johnson. Back to Speckard. He'll ball fake. He'll shoot a 18-footer off the front of the iron. No good. And an offensive board by Davis of Concordia. Outside now to Maddox. Low release on that, but it doesn't matter. It's good for 3.
And there was another 23-footer with a hand in his face, but that one was off a driving kick from a teammate.
And now
Speaking of drive and kick.
Davidson for 3 from Rubel.
Davidson said, if you can shoot it from 23, I'll go from 24. How's that?
Got a smooth stroke, does the junior guard.
And really, Concordia cannot trade basket for basket. They need to get a score, a stop, and a score. And that won't help there as Rubel throws a quick outlet now to Allen. Allen quickly to the hoop, and he is mugged by Speckard. And Allen and Speckard has some words.
And Speckard, boy, he must have a green light. I know they've asked him to take on a much bigger scoring role for the Cadets this year. I think, though, his trigger's maybe a little too quick. He's shooting it like he's, I think, 50% from three-point land on the season. I don't know what his statistics are from that range, but he is letting it fly tonight.
Correction, the Concordia foul was number 20, Luke.
They had originally given that to number 21, Cam Johnson, but it was on Speckard as Allen will shoot the first of 2. It's off the back of the iron, no good, and that'll bring a Johnny Washington in for Eli Maddox. Boy, I used to hate that, Andrew. I hit a 3, and then the coach would sub for you. You just start feeling it, and then you get pulled out of a game.
And hopefully it's one of those quick talks, and you actually, if you're Coach Brock, maybe you want to sub somebody else out, but I want to get a quick bit of wisdom into my shooter and get him right back in. I think Brandon Davis got poked in the eye.
He may have. Of course, before we started here tonight, I mentioned about Davis to you that in the game against Oak Hill came down the court, sprained his right ankle, took him out, put him back in. A couple minutes later, comes down the court, sprains his left ankle. So, one of those nights that you probably want to call an Uber to drive you home just in case, because it just isn't your night when that happens.
And I think he's okay. Ankles look good, but so do the eyes after that. And they're going to do a ball. I think they just exchanged the basketballs. They got 2 on the scores table here.
Washington will try tap now, right side. Quick jumper on the way is good.
Number 14, tap for 3.
And you mentioned the Concordia Cadets. One thing they do and can do well at times is shoot it from behind the arc. Tap hits a big one there.
So Leo with the ball with under 2:50 to go here in the first half. Davison will fire through. That's partially blocked. And they're going to call a foul on Allen. DJ Allen with his first, team second here in the... Man, we don't have many fouls in this half, do we? 7 total. Knock on wood, we'll stay with that.
Yeah, 5 on the Cadets. That's just the second on the home team, Leo. So no foul trouble for either team.
Washington for the Cadets here. He'll get a double high screen here. And he'll drive to the bucket. Good kick to Johnson off the glass with the left hand.
Number 21, Johnson.
Washington continuing to do some good things for the Cadets offensively. Getting into the paint, but making good decisions when he does as well.
Rubel back up top now to Steger. He's going to launch a 3 and drain it.
Steger for 3.
Steger. That one was a deep one, Andrew.
Yeah, got to be there on the catch. That time, Washington allowed him to get a little too comfortable and give Steger credit. Rubel thought he had a pickpocket there, but some contact against Tap. The sophomore for the Cadets.
The team's third.
So Rubel will pick up his first, team's third. Washington inbounds with 1:58 to go here in the first half. Johnson with it. He'll go around a screen. Off the glass, no good. Troyer with another board. Davidson quickly over to Rubel. And Rubel look. And nice alley-oop there to Troyer.
We mentioned Troyer, but also Allen, one of those 2 guys that you can pass to 3-dimensionally, and Rubel might be the best passer of the bunch. Davison can drop some dimes as well. Nice shot by Washington, but passing 3-dimensionally to these big guys over the top of this much shorter Cadet team.
Davidson now, he's going to get bumped there, and there's going to be a foul called on Davis. And I think one adjustment Concordia needs to make at halftime is wherever Allen or Troyer is, when they come over half court, somebody better be on them, fly on the stink, man, because they're just getting to the hoop because nobody's picking them up.
Yeah, if you can be physical early and often with those guys, those type of catches are a little tougher to come about.
Davidson wants to drive, and they'll get another one on Davis. It'll be his second, and I believe we will have some foul shots coming now for Leo.
First foul shot. Actually, I think Allen had some foul shots earlier.
Yeah, Davidson will go to the line now and shoot 1-1.
Get a good look here at the Leo Lion holiday pajama pants. I think those are, Ryan.
That is correct. For the cheerleaders tonight.
Getting ready for the holiday season. I know you've already gotten a couple of my Christmas gifts. I can't wait to unwrap them.
I gave them to your kids to give to you.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. All right, 1:10 to go here in quarter number 2. Washington with it. His team trailing by 14. He's going to get another high screen.
Set here, a ball screen and a flare for Specker. Got a great look, as they did on their previous underneath out of bounds. Just couldn't get those shots to go.
Good look, and Allen misses the dunk, and here comes Davis. Good look to Johnson. Johnson a little deep on that play, so he'll bring it back out. Gives it to Tap. Tap will step around and fire a jumper, in and out. And an offensive board by Johnson, and he puts it back.
Rubel creative with his passing. Set up Allen for the dunk. That's the second missed dunk of the night for these Lions. You know what makes you a good passer? Having a 6'6" and 6'7" athlete to throw to. But Rubel creative nonetheless. I'd love to see his grade in art class.
Rubel now will try to get around Davis. Davis quickly picks him back up. We've got less than 7 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Rubel to the hoop. He has it partially blocked, goes off of Allen's hands and out of bounds. 2.9 seconds to go here in the first half. And if you're Concordia, you need to get something going on the run. You can't catch it flat-footed like that. Your halftime score 37-25. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring from the first half. You've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Sure, we have to do this. A bit of a hill. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Do you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome back to the Kelly Automotive Halftime Show here at Leo High School, where the Leo Lions lead the Concordia Cadets 37-25 at half. Looking at the scoring first for Concordia, Eli Maddox with 3 points. It is Johnny Washington with 4, Joe Tapp with 3, Luke Speckard leading the team in free throws with 9, Cam Johnson with 4, and David Speckard with 2. They are shooting 10 of 26 from outside, good for 38%, 5 of 12 from three-point land for 41%. That is actually very good, to be honest with you, for Concordia. And they've done a nice job shooting from the outside, but they're going to have to figure out a way to cut down the turnovers. They've got 8 in the first half. They shot no free throws for the home team, Leo Lions. They got 7 from Blake Davis, 3 from Eric Steger, 7 from Xavier Middleton off of the bench, 4 from Aiden Rubel, 2 from DJ Allen, and a team-high 14 points and 6 boards from their big fella, Zach Troyer. From the field, they went 16 of 29, good for 55%. And from three land, 3 of 7, good for 42%, and 2 of 4 from the foul line, good for 50% in the first half for Leo. And they only turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, did Leo. That could be one of the reasons, that, besides the fact they are owning the boards, why they have such a big lead in this game.
Yeah, and again, part of that is they're such a good passing team, do a nice job of finding each other. They don't make, bad decisions. They give themselves a chance to shoot, and that's really going to be big, especially we'll have to look at their team free throw shooting. But as you get into the state tournament, the fewer turnovers, the better you shoot it from the free throw line. Probably a big reason why they won the sectional championship last year, defeating Lures coming out of that 3A sectional as they did. And so credit to them. And then also, I think it's what's for Concordia to climb back in this. It was 14-9 at the end of the first quarter, and then Leo scored 23 in that second quarter. If you're Concordia, I think you really somehow have to control pace, and you're almost going to have to be perfect offensively in the shot selection. And when you get those shots, you got to shoot it at a high clip here in the second half to have a chance. Because if you simply come down and try to get yours or take some bad shots, Leo's going to quickly take it the other way and be able to score and attack. And
you quite frankly, you've got to find those two big guys as soon as they come over half court. I mean, it's not like you can't miss them. They're the two biggest guys in the gym tonight, other than Landon Livingston, and Speckard and Cam Johnson. They're going to have to do a better job of checking them right as soon as they get over half court. Find them, go ball you man, and figure out where they should be defending those guys.
Right, and then when they do attack, it's going to have to be team rebounding as well, because if you're so busy blocking out the 6'7" Troy or the 6'6" Allen, you may not have time to go squeeze it, and so you're going to have your guards come down and help you snag some defensive rebounds. So Concordia, give them credit there, down 12. There's worse point deficits they could be looking at right now, but we'll see what adjustments maybe Coach Brockman had to share with them as they talked at halftime.
Yeah, and we'll take our final timeout here at halftime. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back here to Concordia High School. We're set for the second half in what was a quick first half. Concordia, they'll go with Johnson, Davis, Tapp, Washington, and Speckard. For Leo, they'll go with Troyer, Steger, Allen, Rubel, and Davidson. So the original starters for both teams.
And again, Concordia going to start with it, but if I'm Leo, establish the paint presence, draw the fouls if you can early. Turn this into a free throw shooting contest, add to your point total, but get Allen and Troyer touches in the paint.
I think Concordia may try to spread out Leo because Washington's had some ability to get in the lane.
Yeah, and the perimeter passing as they did early in that first half, really I think designed to take some time off of the clock, and Speckard hits a tough 15-footer. But designed to maybe take some time off the clock and then allow for dribble penetration, which Washington did very well, you're right, in that first half.
So Speckard now into double figures as Troyer has it for Leo. He'll go in the corner now to Davidson. He'll look inside. Too easy for Troyer. He'll catch it and have to go up and just drop it in.
Yeah, they just kind of gave him that block to elbow screen. He slid down the basket into the basket area. That was by design, and nice patience on the catch.
Tapp now between the circles, and he's going to fire one from the other side of the court, and he'll miss it. And Troyer with his 9th board of the game. And Davidson now, he'll go up and under off the glass, and he'll get the shooter's roll.
And that was a hesitation, and then shot fake with great pace. His body change of speed and then body balance is so good. You know, he's not the biggest guy, probably weighs $150 if that, but his change of pace, body control, keeps defenders off balance, made that look easier than it was.
And a quick outlet now to Steger off the miss by Washington. Rubel will catch a skip pass, go to the hoop, kick it out to Steger. He is wide open for a three. He'll miss it, and Davis with the defensive board for Concordia. He's got no numbers, and now he'll slow it up. And give it to Johnson. Johnson back to Speckert. Outside now to Washington. He'll get a screen. Get another one. Keeps his dribble, and now with a quick jumper, and he's fouled from behind. And this will be Concordia's first 2 foul shots of the game.
I don't know if Washington did that on purpose, but he jumped into, which meant he jumped a little bit backwards, jumped into Rubel, the defender there, to draw that contact. If he did that on purpose, that's a high IQ move. Just earned himself a point.
Washington now with 5 for Concordia. Second one on the way is good as well. And Leo with the 12-point lead with 6:05 to go here in the third quarter. Davison with it now right side to Rubel. He'll look inside for Allen. He'll get a screen by Allen. And now over to Troyer. Troyer gives it to Davison. He'll keep his dribble. Looks in the corner for Steger. Down low now to Troyer. Troyer with the little up and under with the left hand, and he hits the bucket. That's too easy, Andrew.
And nice footwork, able to see over the defense. As soon as he caught that, again, a lot of post players, you see it, they get excited, they start to dribble and bounce it right away. These Leo Lion post players, when they catch it, they immediately check the basket area, keep their dribble, and then nice footwork there by Troyer.
Quick outlet is deflected by Concordia, and now they'll have a chance to cut into the lead here. Washington with a 15-footer, and it's good.
I like Washington. There's a lot of cities on the East Coast. You got Boston, Baltimore, New York. You know what I like? Washington.
Good for you. I thought you were talking about the state.
Good decision-making for the freshman for Concordia. Coach Brockman's got a good one on his hands.
Troyer misses the bunny, gets his own board, and misses it again. Misses a third one. How about a fourth one? Nope. And rebounded by Cam Johnson. 4. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it's one way to get all conference. You just pad the stat sheet there, get a bunch of rebounds. I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I don't know how you missed that many 2-footers.
And Tapp with the bucket, and he's fouled. And we'll take a look at that on the Traction AP replay.
Leo foul number 25, Rubel.
Yeah, watch it here. Tapp maybe feeding off of what Washington just did. Watch the dribble penetration. Want a good decision. Stop on 2 feet. Turn and shoot it. We saw the freshman do it earlier. Now the sophomore Tapp.
And that foul was on Aiden Rubel. That will be his third, and he'll take a seat as Tox comes back into the lineup. Tapp will fire and hit it.
Also want to recognize Tapp's Adidas out here. I think those are maroon shoes. You don't see a lot of maroon shoes. Are those maroon?
You see no maroon shoes,
You don't
my friend.
see any maroon shoes unless you're looking at the feet of Joe Tapp.
That is true. When I played at Concordia, we were white and maroon shoes. You had no choice. They were awful Reeboks. Tox goes to the hoop, gives it off to Allen, and he'll just drop it in.
Nice drive there by Hart, the senior. A lot of experience, even coming off of the bench. You love that if you're Coach Cogdale. You can bring in quality seniors off of the bench. Look at the passing here of the Lions.
Off the face of the freshman and out of bounds. It will stay with Leo. And with Troyer's 4 attempts, 3 rebounds, he has now got a double-double in this game.
Leading scorer in the game with 18 big points does the senior Troyer.
He'll look inside now for Allen. Keeps his dribble, goes up strong. Good block by Speckert. Speckert quickly outside to his brother David. He'll fire the 3, no good. Good offensive board there by Johnson. He should have just went right up with it. A ball faking up, Andrew.
I tell you what, draw some fouls, power layups, jump into the defense. You take that thing from chin to forehead one time and then jump into that defender, you're probably going to hear a whistle.
Washington with a quick jumper is short. Goes right between his legs into Davidson. Davidson the other way. Now for Leo, outside to Steger. Steger will look inside. Good post there by Allen. Skip pass now to Davis. His 3 is on the way, and it's good.
And you see that a lot from Blackhawk Christian. A lot of times they'll enter it into Caleb first, and he will not look to score. It's an immediate, I know the double team's coming. I'm going to skip it and look for my shooters and read the help side. Allen has done that now a couple times. Nice find there to Blake Davison.
And Davidson will dunk it.
More athletic than you give him credit for, the junior 6-foot guard, Blake Davison. Just sort of left the gravitational pull there a little bit.
He had some hops on that one. Must get those from his mother. I've seen his dad play. He didn't try to dunk very often. Of course, he wasn't 6 foot tall either. Davidson with some slick hands again. Oh, what a move. He misses it, partially blocked, but it goes right to, no, it goes to Troyer, and he missed it. Davis with the long three, and it's good for Concordia.
That was, and this is what my coach used to talk about in high school. 2 points we should have had turns into 3 points on this end. Somehow he'd call it a 12-point turnaround. We never understood it. But a 5-point turnaround there as we see Troyer miss yet another one.
And a turnover on Leo. That'll bring Eli Maddox in for Concordia. He'll replace Washington. In for Leo, they will bring back in Caden Miller, and number 23 is on the court for Leo. That is Heitschu.
And a set piece here as they're going to put Speckert on the left elbow, Johnson on the right. There's that ball screen flare. And Speckert is very willing to shoot that with a hand in his face. He's got a high shot pocket.
Miller now will go towards the baseline, get a screen from Troyer. Up top, the Heitschu, and they'll swing it to Tox. He'll launch a three, and it's good from the left baseline. Both of these teams are shooting pretty good from behind the arc tonight.
Yeah.
Johnson will go baseline, and he'll hit the layup.
Nifty hesitation there by Cam Johnson against the much taller defender. Here's that ball screen look from the Lions. Davison so patient. Nice catch. Patient. Footwork. And finally, Troyer, he's got 20 points, and we're knocking his scoring ability from 2 feet, but nice footwork again by the senior.
And they're just going to do that all night long with those two. Here's Maddox open for another three, and he drains his second one of the game.
Kind of pick your poison. If you send the double team hard and physical, he's going to be able to throw over the top to shooters, or you guard it one-on-one as you did there, and he takes it right to the rim and finishes over. So
Speckert with the runner, a little John Stockton-esque, and that'll ricochet out of bounds and go back to Concordia with 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. As Tapp will come back on, he'll replace Luke Speckert.
And the Cadets have hung right with him. It was a 12-point lead now at halftime, now 13. And so a big possession, but stolen by Hart, who lays it in. Coach Brockman not thrilled with that inbound pass.
Checking in for Leo.
Zigged maybe when he should have zagged as the pass came, and so an easy 2-point giveaway. This Leo Lion team is good enough. You can't give them freebies.
We have a whistle and a stoppage here. Troyer comes out. Back in comes, I believe, Allen. And here comes Davis with the ball with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tapp with the ball outside, not a Maddox. Another three is on the way. It's off the back of the iron. No good. Davidson with the rebound. He'll push it up quickly for Leo.
And that's a good miss if you're Maddox. That's a back of the rim miss. Right in line.
Henshaw misses it, but it might have gone out of bounds. Oh, it's a good play by Miller as he throws it off the kneecap of Tapp and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Tapp maybe thought that bounce was going to hit the baseline. It didn't, and then you're exactly right. He knocked it off of his knee. Another possession for the Lions, 13.1 on the clock.
Allen, this might be a screen for Davidson. I thought he was going to go back the other way and get one from Allen. Now Allen with the clear out in the lane. Jumper on the way, no good. Gets his own board. Goes up strong. He's fouled, and he'll hit the bucket.
And I swear, Ryan, post players do that stuff on purpose just to pad their stats and become all conference. You missed the first one. You go get it, pound it, go hard. The second time, get it in, and then obviously the free throw here. And if I was a good post player, which I never was, I think I'd do the same thing.
And Allen must be worn out because he completely missed everything on that one.
Yeah, he's one of their better outside shooters, but unfortunately he has to shoot all of his shots indoors tonight. So
we'll take a timeout when we come back. We'll have the start of the fourth quarter. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back here to Leo Cedarville as we're set and ready to go for the final quarter, which has been, this game's been well played, to be honest with you. Not a lot of turnovers, not a lot of free throws, not a lot of stoppages in this game, and we are just zipping right along. I'm going to knock on some wood, though, for saying that.
Exactly right. This is not going to be the free throw contest that we're going to see. Both teams have really defended without fouling all night, and here you see the Lion team passing again. Great look, and guess who on the backside? One reason why that's a great shot is because it's Blake Davison shooting it. Another reason is you got DJ Allen on the backside board ready to clean things up as he did there.
And Leo threatening to run away with this game here in the fourth quarter now as David Speckert has it, and he'll swing it up top to Washington. Washington tries to get around Hart, now he'll fire a 14-footer, and it's short. He'll almost get his own offensive board, and they'll say off of Speckert and out of bounds.
He's a headsy player, is Washington. They got him listed at 6'1", which he's not done growing just by the look of him, but showed some handle there, balance on the pull-up, and then smart enough to follow his own shot as he knew it was going to be short.
Well, they changed the call. They say off of Miller now, of Leo. Concordia with a chance here with 7:14 to put some points on the board. Concordia brought back in Termolen along with Luke Speckert.
I think Coach Brockman threw the red challenge flag on the whistle. High school coaches get one of those a game.
Tap with the three, and he nails it.
Number 14, Tap.
And Concordia will not go away. Tap now with 9.
They've had some timely three-point makes tonight, now in a little high 1-2-2 zone.
Miller will try a three. It's an air ball. Tipped, and it comes down to Hart. Back over to Miller. Back outside to Hart. Hart back to Miller. And
Caught
back to
that
Hart.
like a pizza, didn't he?
He did,
huh?
yeah.
Spinning it in the air like pizza.
He could go down to the
Papa John's.
Yeah, go down to Marco's here or east of Chicago down the street, and he could spin some pies for him.
Shout out to the local pizza joints here in the greater Leo Grable metropolitan area. And foul on the play, inbound here for the Lions.
It's always nice when we come here and do a football game. They have Marco's subs for us.
Love a good Marco's sub.
Oh, yeah. Worked there for 19 years.
Is that right?
I did, yeah. Good look underneath to Allen. He misses the bunny, gets his own rebound, misses again, and cleaned up there by Heitschuh. Tap will get a screen by Termolen, gives it up to Washington. That's a line drive air ball. Comes down to Davidson, left-handed pass over to Hart. Hart right to the rack, off the glass, partially blocked there by Termolen. Loose ball in the court. Allen takes a shot and has it swatted away, and here comes Concordia with numbers.
But I tell you what, I like how hard Allen is playing ran the floor, sprinted the floor hard on that possession, went after it, just lost it. And it's one thing to be 6'7", it's another thing to be 6'7" and play extremely hard. And DJ Allen is doing that here in the fourth quarter, even with his team up 18.
It looks like we're going to have stoppage. Concordia will use a full timeout, so will we. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome back here to Leo High School. We've got 5:42 to play. Leo with a good lead here over Concordia, and what has been a pretty well-played game both ways by each team. Just Leo's getting more buckets in the paint than Concordia has even thought about tonight. And Concordia will have the ball as we get started.
And we expected that with the size that Leo has, but you're right, some timely shooting by the cadet shooters. And Tapp, Washington, Speckard, Davis. I'm forgetting another one. Maddox has done some three-point perimeter shooting, and you like it when your young guys can do that, especially against a really good team like this Leo Lions squad.
And that's Tremolin who had the ball. He does not want the ball out there. Speckard with the three, that's no good. Luke Speckard throws it, and it comes to Davison. Davison looks up quickly, and a great bounce pass to Groves. Groves has it tipped away, and a turnover by Leo. Here comes Tapp with the ball now for Concordia. Into the front court, and he'll give it up now to Washington. Washington gets bumped there by Hart, and they'll call Hart for the foul.
Yeah, no harm with that foul there, as you simply took away maybe a scoring opportunity for the Cadets, forced them to take it out of bounds. You're not in foul trouble.
Looks like back into the game for the Cadets will be Davis and Johnson. They'll replace Tremolin and Tapp, and here's Speckard with the ball. He'll drop step. That's a poor shot. He's taken two bad ones in a row for Concordia. Here comes Davidson now for Leo, and they will slow it up and run a bit of some clock here, under 5 minutes here in the final quarter.
And there's that ball screen. The Cadets switch at that time. They'll reverse it here. Here comes the ball screen.
Hart with a good look outside to Heitschuh. He'll fire the three and nail it. Heitschuh off of the bench with 5 points now. Have we seen Middleton in the second half?
You know, he got hit, I think, in the nose in that first half and then the second quarter there when he went on that 7-0 scoring run, but have not seen him since. And get a deep roster for Coach Cogdill.
And you really need that deep bench in the second half of the season. When you start playing 3 games a week, Blake Davison right to the rack. Davison now with 16.
And again, doesn't look it, but very, very athletic. We saw him rise up and dunk one earlier in the first half, but he got there on a one dribble where he bounced it by his feet, but still got to the rim in one dribble because he's so athletic. I don't know if he runs track for the Leo track team, but he could probably do multi-events on the track and field squad. Maybe bring back the decathlon. I'm going to have to talk to him after the game about his decathlete abilities. They still throw the javelin, Ryan, in high school. I don't know.
I don't believe so. Hart with his first one in and out. Yeah, I'm not sure javelin's around anymore in high school. I know in college they have it because I've seen it in St. Francis. And Indiana Tech also does it as well. I've seen him practice it before. His Hart will shoot his second. And it's off the back of the iron. No good. Uh-oh, look out. Big troubles coming into the game for Leo. Number 35, Landon Livingston, onto the court. And if you're Cam Johnson and you see Johnson and Tapp look up, and they looked at each other and saw big Landon just walk out on the court, and they both just smiled like, you got him. you've got him. And the third one is good there by Hart. He's got 6 in this game.
And again, we've seen nothing but man-to-man from the Lions after the first couple possessions to start the first quarter. They came out 1-3-1. But a lot of man-to-man from both teams, all from Concordia this game.
Looks like Davis is going to go back to shoot for Concordia, and we'll see who they call that on. 14 Groves will pick up his first.
Leo found number 14 Groves is first, the team's fourth.
And you know, one thing I talked to Coach Cogdill about, he told me before the game, is that he wanted his group to be consistent for 32 minutes. And I don't know, as he goes back and looks at the film, if he's going to find a lot of mistakes from his group. They were up 5 after the first quarter, 12 after at halftime. I think they were up 17 at the end of the third and are now up 23. And growth each quarter, which I think means consistency. I think he's going to be pretty thrilled with not only the victory, but how his team played tonight. I know there's 3 minutes left, but how his team played tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing I would say is their bigs in the middle missed so many close shots. And that's about the only thing, as Tapp drains another 3 for Concordia.
Tapp for 3.
And Groves misses it. It comes right down. I mean, that's the only thing I would say. We got to work on our inside scoring. You know, Davis with the long 3, no good. Look out. Groves took it away from Livingston. He's going to see that in films and say, look who's stronger. Uh-oh, Livingston right to the hoop, and he hits a shot.
Livingston for 2.
And I think Livingston was even flexing a little bit there, but, you know, he did a nice job on the power dribble, but he also did a nice job of not pushing off, extending that forearm, simply used his body well there, didn't draw the offensive foul.
No, and he has good feet. You watch him on the football field. He can do a lot of things. He can pull. He can get around. He can get to the second level and do some blocking. So he's a good athlete for his sizes. Johnson drains a 3 for Concordia.
Johnson.
Lefty, I don't know if he's really a designated three-point shooter, but you love it when your post player sometimes can get an open look and hit it, as Johnson did there.
Height shoe again. That's a brick off the back of the iron. Comes all the way over to his teammate, and it's lost, and Speckert will go the other way and just lay it in for Concordia. David Speckert now with 4. Carson Hart across the timeline now. We've got 1:35 to play, and what has been just an quick game. Livingston again uses his body, and why not? And he misses the bunny, and Cam Johnson quickly the other way for Concordia. And you can't dunk on that rim.
We've seen 3 misses, I think.
3 misses.
Johnson rose up, an athletic player for the Cadets, tried to punch that one off of 2 feet with one hand. But you're right, the rim fighting back tonight. An extra defender out there.
And Concordia has brought in some other players here. Look like Hayward in and maybe Rusher. They're going to call a foul on Livingston. Tremolin will take it out of bounds now for Concordia. 1:16 to play. I think I just heard Coach say no fouls.
And it's interesting with the masks. It's tough for referees, maybe, or anybody to see facial reactions. I've said it during the football season, watching college games on TV. I think a lot of coaches, even in the pros, are going to keep the face masks once this COVID stuff is all beyond us. Once we're beyond this COVID stuff, come on, vaccines. But I think they're going to keep it because, a lot of times they react and they say words, and obviously film cameras pick that up. And some coaches probably just want to be able to hide what their initial reactions are, maybe at the college level and also at the professional level.
Yeah, probably John Gruden will want to keep his.
Tougher to read lips when you can't see them. A couple of free throws for the Cadets, and they continue to compete here with a minute left.
Hart will get the screen here from the little fellow Livingston. Over to Groves. He'll look inside.
The other thing you like about a deep roster is that you guarantee that it makes your practices all the more competitive when you have people that you can go. You don't have to bring the JV guys up to compete, but you can get a good run with just your varsity roster. as Coach Cogdale can do, as Groves finds Livingston there.
I know the one year when I was at Concordia in '89, we went to the semi-state that year, and that had everything to do with our second unit, because our practices were sometimes our second unit was better than a lot of the first units we'd play. And when you have that, you're a very dangerous team to play for an entire game, including an entire season and postseason. It looks like Leo's going to run it out here and win 75-57 over Concordia. And we lost our feed. Did our cameraman? Oh, he's not plugged in. Joe.
75, Concordia 57.
There we go. We're back here at Leo, where we had a camera malfunction there. And here in a moment, we will get the stats, and they bring them up to us so fast.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We talk about having a deep roster, and all coaches know this. What every high school coach wants is 2 really good classes to come through back to back.
Yep.
If you can have, a freshman class and know that 8th grade group is behind them, you're excited because you're going to be able to compete in practices for the next 4 years in that situation. But that's what Leo has right now. 4 seniors on the roster, I think 8 juniors, and a very deep but also experienced group for the Leo Lions.
And right now we are going to have some stats for you here as I'll do them. I got to get my readers on, though. This is what happens when you get old, Andrew. You got to have readers. And looking here first for the Concordia Cadets, on the season they will drop to 3-4 overall, and they will play, it looks like Friday, January the 8th will be their next home game against Bishop Luers. But they're scoring tonight. They got 5 from Brandon Davis, 6 from Eli Maddox, 8 from Johnny Washington, Joe Tapp with 12, 11 from Luke Speckard, 9 from Cam Johnson, 6 from David Speckard, and they shot 10 of for the whole game. For the second half for the game, they shot 20 of 53, good for 37% from the field, and 10 of 27 from three-point land, good for 37%, and a perfect 7 of 7 from the foul line in this game. They just didn't get there enough.
Talking about the cadets.
Yeah, the cadets.
And again, you mentioned a couple times during the broadcast here that they were playing well despite the score, and again, that's us having awareness that Leo is just a really, really good team. But Concordia played well. They shot it well, had some timely shooting, and you like the free throw percentage as well. That's going to help you compete in games like this. And then again, just maybe obviously outmatched talent-wise as Leo continued tonight to get it inside to Troyer and Allen. And then again, one thing they don't do is turn it over much.
No.
Leo does not turn it over much.
Leo in the game, only 8 total turnovers. They're scoring tonight. They got 6 from Carson Hart, 2 from Justin Hicks. Blake Davidson with 16 points, 8 rebounds tonight. 3 from Eric Steger, 7 from Middleton, 5 from Hinshew. Rubel with 4. DJ Allen with 8. Landon Livingston with 4. And tonight's Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is Zach Troyer with 20 points, 10 boards for Leo. They shot 47% from the field, 35% from behind the arc, and 37.5% from the foul line. Their next game, well, they picked one up, Andrew. They're going to play next weekend. They're going to go down and play at Warsaw on the Saturday, the 30th. So I think that game time is TBA at this time, but I think it's at 7:30.
Yeah, and Warsaw, always a great trip to head up there and play year in, year out. Obviously a very, very, very good program. Under a first-year head coach, I believe Matt Moore is the coach up there now, and they might be a little down, but that is a tough gym to go into any year and try to get a win. And so that should be a good one as Coach Cogdale challenges his group there again in the Tiger Den, as they call it in Warsaw.
That's a beautiful gym.
It is, and I believe, the field house was designed by Al Rhodes, and that's what Carroll designed their field house exactly after the Tiger Den there in Warsaw.
Well, we want to thank our sponsors once again before we close out here tonight. Kelly Automotive Group, Tom Steel Tire, Big Eyed Fish, ProFed Credit Union, Ottenweiler Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, Alisteca Mexican Restaurant, iCryo, and, of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. Also want to thank Athletic Director Dave Boyce for hosting us tonight here at Leo High School. That does it here from Leo. I want to thank both of these teams for getting us out of here early tonight. I might actually make it home for about 3/4 of the Steelers game tonight against the Bengals.
Let's go Bengals.
Oh, man. See, there goes your Christmas gifts, Andrew. Well, that does it. I got to get out of here and beat up my color guy here tonight. For my cameraman, Big Joe, and my sidekick tonight, Andrew Wiss, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. I know, this is a...
Sure, we have to do this. A bit of a hill. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Did you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Thank you.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply